Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. So, it is deer catching time for most states. Here coming up in 2 or 3 weeks, here where I live, we can start to use the bing bangs for catching the whitetails. That being said, one of the most frustrating things at times can be sighting in your rifle. How do I know? Because I've been there. But I have done this so many times that I've come pretty proficient and quick at it. I put together some footage to explain to you how I sight in my rifles. So check out this footage. Let me know if you have any questions. Whether it's related to sighting it in or not, I always answer all my messages, whether you message me on Facebook or Instagram or wherever. But hope this video helps you out this deer season, saves you some money, saves you some cost on some boo lots. Let's roll that footage. Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. Out at the range today with heavy metal, and if you watch the channel, you'd know this is my 6.8 Western, and recently I had some scope rings fail on it. I just slapped on some new scope rings. That means we got to sight this baby in again. So I've got a brand new laser bore sighter that I'm showing you guys, and check this thing out. I'm gonna come closer to you. This thing is unlike anything I've ever seen. It has a big old strong magnet on the back of it. Then it has your battery, goes in there, and then just a button. You can see that laser coming out the end there. But pretty simple design. I'm going to use this today to sight in my 6.8 Western. If you're familiar with 6.8 Western, the boo lights are not cheap, but super cool design. I had never seen one like this before. The end of your barrel is always flat, so check this out. Just put it on there, kind of center it, click your laser on, and then you're ready to go. But I'd never seen anything like that before. We're going to use it here today to sight in my 6.8 Western. Let me take you back to the bench real quick. I'll kind of explain to you how I use a laser bore sighter, and then we'll get to flinging some boo lights and get this rifle sighted in with this new magnet bore sighter. Pretty cool. Alright, so I've got my 6.8 Western rifle out here, and I'm going to kind of walk you through how I sight in a rifle using my new laser bore sighter. See, we got it here. The brand here, in case you're wondering, is Mid-10. I'll try to find a link and put it down below if you guys want to check that thing out. But like I said, I got my 6.8 Western out here, and I'm going to kind of explain to you how I laser bore sight a rifle in. So I've got a paper plate there at 10 yards right there. I typically bore sight these at 10 yards, but if your target is 10 yards away, you're going to want to get your crosshairs. That's your crosshairs inside your scope here. You're going to want to get your crosshairs right there, dead center, and you're going to want your laser to be hitting about 2 inches low, maybe a little bit more if you're sighting in at 10 yards. If you're back at 25 yards, the way that it works is you want the difference between the crosshairs and the laser to be half the distance between your scope axis and your barrel axis. To make that even more simpler, if you're sighting it in at 25 yards, you want your crosshairs right there, dead center bullseye, and then the laser to be, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch difference lower than where your crosshairs are if you're at 25 yards. But I'm doing it at 10 yards here. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to attach this magnet bore sighter, get it pretty much center. I'm going to turn the laser on there. Then I'm going to have the laser hit about 2 inches low or a little bit more. So that laser is actually just about right where I want it. And then what I'm going to do next is move my crosshairs of my scope to be hitting where the bullseye is. So I want the laser, and that's where the bullet's going to hit. I want it to be low, but then have my crosshairs on the bullseye there. Alright, good thing about doing it at 10 yards like I typically do, my eyeballs can still see 10 yards and see what's happening. So I've made a quick adjustment to my vise to get that dot exactly where I want it to be. Let me show you guys the laser now. You can see that laser is hitting that dot that I had marked with a pin where I want the laser to be hitting from 10 yards away. Now that I got my laser hitting the perfect spot, I want to take my turrets and move the turrets until the crosshairs of the scope are dead on bullseye and that laser is still exactly on that dot. And then I'm going to take a test shot and make sure we're in the ballpark before we go back to 100 yards and get it perfect. But actually not too bad just from kind of guessing. Need to make a right to left adjustment here and just a shade down. Oop, wrong way. Oh, bugs are landing on me today. And a couple quick adjustments there, and I think we should be just about where we want it. I'm going to go ahead and take one shot here at 10 yards. Maybe make an adjustment, but I think that laser's got us pretty close to where we want to be. And we'll go back to 100 yards. Alright, do not forget to take the laser bore sighter off the end of your barrel. Sounds like an obvious step, but make sure you take it off. Where's my glasses? Now, still working with this 10-yard paper plate here. I'm just going to load one, and this is going to show us how close our laser actually was to where we set it. But like I've probably said about 1,000 times already, we want this round to be hitting 2 inches lower. So doesn't have to be perfect, but pretty close in the ballpark, and we can make any left or right adjustments that we need to too. Alright, here we go. Vise makes this type of stuff a lot easier. Alright, and I'm pretty sure we hit that dot that I drew. Let's go check it out. That's just about perfect. Alright, let's check out where we hit. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that was dead enough perfect. So, you guys saw, there's that dot I had. You can barely see the edge, that purple. I was aiming here, and the round hit there. Now let's go back to 100 yards. We should be pretty close to being dead on using that laser bore sighter. Alright, now I'm back here with my rifle at 100 yards. Don't need this one. We got this baby in this vise. But if you have one of these laser bore sighters and you know what you're doing, they are some really handy tools. This one, like I said, with the magnet, I've never seen anything like it, but I dig it. Let's I'm gonna go ahead and load up 3 of these 6.8 Westerns in the mag here. I don't think I told you yet, but this is my Winchester XPR. Ammo I'm loading up in here is the AccuBond long range stuff, 165 grains. So 6.8 Western, awesome cartridge, but what good is a rifle that is not sighted in? So I'm gonna go ahead and take my hat off. I'm gonna turn around backwards. See me with my head on backwards and you know it's business time. But let's take this first shot at 100 yards. Sure I got my ears on. And see how close that bore sighting job got us. Alright, where'd that one hit? So, looks like our up and down is almost perfect, and we need to move a little bit to the right. So I'm going to move my crosshairs back to the bullseye and then adjust it to where that bullet hole just went. Alright, so this next one ought to get us pretty close. Let's see where she hits. Oh, we went too far. Went too far. Let me hold it more steady here. I'm going to put the clamp back on. That way we know we're doing it perfect. Now, let's take another one. And, see that one? Kissed the bullseye there. So, based on that one, I'm going to make one click to the right. Now, let's go ahead and shoot a 3-shot group on a clean paper plate here. We load up 3 more and we'll be back. And we're going to hit a clean plate and see how we do for a 3-shot group. If we need to make a quick adjustment after that 3-shot group, we will. I'm getting too hot for all this out here. Woo. If I hit the bullseye on this first shot, I might just stop right here and save even more ammo. Look, we got to know that this baby is dead on perfect. And there you go. We're still kissing that bullseye, so I'm going to call that sighted in, ready to go. But there you have it, guys. Sighting in my 6.8 with my new magnet laser bore sighter. You guys saw it in the video. It really makes easy work of sighting in a rifle with one of these. Hey, assuming you know what you're doing, but it really is that simple. Put it on the end of the barrel, adjust your scope to the right position, then go back to 100, make a couple quick adjustments and verify it. Then you're ready to go, whether you're doing some hunting or plinking or some long-range precision stuff. It doesn't really matter as long as you get her sighted in. But like I said earlier, what good is a rifle that's not sighted in? It's pretty much good for nothing. But like I said, I'll try to remember to find the link for this one. It's probably the coolest one that I've seen yet. Makes it real easy. No extra parts to fiddle with or keep track of. You just put the magnet on the end of your barrel and you're ready to sight it in. But appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to check out all the links down below. Don't forget to make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you're subscribed to our friends at the Heavy Metal channel. We'll see you guys on the next one. Magnet laser bore sighter. Pretty cool. Hooty hoo.